Good morning, everybody, and welcome to TJK Network. My name is Todd Kasperzak here at PTHS Memorial Field, where the Pequannock girls lacrosse team will be taking on the visiting Millburn Millers. This is game one of our five-header here on TJK Network. It's going to be a very busy day. Three of the games we will be commentating today, so things will get started here with girls lacrosse. Anyways, let's get into the stats of this game. So Millburn will be entering this game with an overall record of 3-2, coming off a 15-1 win against Irvington on April 14th, and that was at home. And Pequannock will be coming off a 12-7 victory just 2 days ago on the 15th against Morristown Beard. So that was a 12-7 score. It was a very close game at first, but Pequannock jumped the gun in the second half, getting a couple of those insurance goals to ensure themselves a win. And they'll be entering this game with a 3-1 overall record. No divisional record yet. They have not played a divisional game yet, and this will not be a divisional game either. So has Millburn. They're also 0-0 in their division as well. So Pequannock will look to continue on their active winning streak as they started the season 0-1 from that loss to Jefferson, but they've won 3 straight and they're continuing on playing pretty well and finding ways to get back in the game if trailing. Your starting goaltender for Pequannock will be number 19, Jake Mary Roby, entering this game with a 3-1 record with a .364 save percentage, averaging 5 saves a game, with a goals against average of 8.75, no shutouts. She has been pretty solid in the net, giving Pequannock the much needed saves to keep themselves in the game. Starting goal for Millburn will be number 31, Sophia Skakodos, if I pronounced that correctly. Apologies if we mispronounced any of the opponents' names. I think it's Skakodos. That's going to be a little challenging to pronounce. But anyways, be sure to hit the subscribe button as we reach our next goal of 1,100. Subscribing is completely free, helps us out a ton. And also turn on post notifications so you can stay notified when we post a video or are broadcasting our next game. And of course, we now post all the broadcasts for the entire week up by the weekend for whatever's upcoming instead of just putting them up day by day. So that means you can go in a broadcast that is, days away and click on notify me when live so you can be notified when for that specific game. And the stream is brought to you by Bulbid.com and TopLoaderVassars.com. And of course, 2 days ago for that Morristown Beard win, we experienced a pretty crazy event here of having our first hailstorm on a live broadcast. We were in the press box, so everything was safe and dry, thank goodness. Because that would have been pretty bad if we were broadcasting a baseball game or a softball game where we are not protected by the elements, or should say are protected from the elements. It's pretty unusual to have a 10 a.m. game on a Thursday, but Pequannock High School is on their spring break, and boys lacrosse will be playing Kinnelon at 4 p.m. later on, and of course to avoid one team using Stadium Field for lacrosse, girls lacrosse scheduled early, so boys lacrosse can play on the same field later to keep that time gap fair, which makes sense. So if you want to check out our shop, link in the description below, tjk152.com/shop. We sell some merchandise for TJK Network that helps us out a bit. And be sure to follow us on our social media platforms at TJK Network. We are available on Instagram and TikTok at the moment. We may expand soon. And here are our links. Our TJK Network website is tjk152.com/network. And of course, there's our shop link, tjk152.com/shop. So Millburn with 3 wins as well. Just with one more game played, they are 3-2 over Pequannock being 3-1. So our schedule for today is obviously girls lacrosse here at 10 a.m. and then after that, softball will be at 2 p.m. on TJK Network 2, and I'll be commentating that with our simplified setup in case if the game is longer than expected and we need to get to baseball. Baseball will be on the main station, and of course, boys lacrosse against the Pequannock Colts varsity will be on TJK Network 3, and then JV will be on TJK Network Extra. There was supposed to be a JV game for girls lacrosse that would have been also on TJK Network Extra, but that got canceled, so we did delete that off of YouTube if you guys were wondering. A little bit of a funny trend I've been noticing that's been kind of being revived with the old school one is that I've seen the Ice Bucket Challenge starting to pop up on these players' social media accounts, which is kind of funny. I believe the 3 players from Pequannock that got nominated for girls lacrosse was Cam Corvo, Dominic Digos, and Sam de Naples. I believe there was a couple others in the mix there. It's happening across the entire sports group. Boys lacrosse got nominated by the girls lacrosse players, but they haven't done it yet. We'll have to see. I was just noticing that. Such a classic trend from 10 years ago starting to pop up again. I kind of find it funny. Weather is nice out today. It is perfectly clear and sunny. Not a single cloud in the sky, which is a good thing. And then it is 48 degrees here at Pequannock High School. And the wind is calm right now, which is a good thing, because yesterday it was miserable when we were broadcasting baseball. Hopefully it stays calm today. That would be a nice thing. It is April, and it is spring. It's been spring for a while. And I'll tell you, the weather hasn't really gotten warmer. And spring, started on March 20th. So almost a month into spring, and we only had a couple warm days. It's been pretty strange weather. Hopefully, it does start getting a little warmer. But, I mean, I shouldn't be complaining too much about the cold because, when it does get warmer, or I should say hot outside, especially later in this spring season, the press box becomes a hot box, I should say. And especially with the sun for baseball and also softball. With the heat, that's when we start having equipment malfunctions due to the overheating. So I shouldn't really complain. But yeah, that's just the nature of broadcasting in conditions like that for weather. But it is a beautiful morning here in Pequannock. So Pequannock will look to get things rolling early in this game. So far we will go over our top scores via stat-wise on Pequannock. So right now, Caitlin Ziegler leads in goals with 15, followed by Emily Ziegler, her sister, at 8. And then Cam Corbo, third with 4 goals. And then you got Jocelyn Maselli, who's got 3. So pretty solid for Pequannock here. And here we are getting things going here as we get ready for the opening draw between Pequannock and Millburn. Once again, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay notified when we broadcast next on TJK Network, as we do have a lot lined up here. And be sure to share the live stream to anyone who is finding the game to watch. And here we go. Pequannock had the opening draw there for a second, but it was knocked and picked up by Millburn as they look to get things rolling early in the game on the attack. So Millburn with it right now. Looking to enter in. And they do. Nearly turned over there, but Millburn holds on. Try to get set up in front there, but that one gets past. It is recovered as they play this one behind the net. And one of the players gets knocked down there, and the ball is turned over and taken back by Pequannock. So Pequannock bringing this one in here. We'll get things going here on their attack. So currently with this one, it's Emily Ziegler who gets it over to Summer Cerisi, now behind the net. Ruby Smith with it. Ruby Smith trying to get in front there. She's tied up. It'll give Pequannock a chance for a shot here, and just set up on the attack. And she sends this one over the net. And now Millburn with it here. The starting goalie, Sophia Stakotos, gives it over to Ellis Lombardi, who will play this one away. And now Millburn coming back here on offense. It's a Pequannock zone. So now Millburn setting up here. Bringing this one in. Was number 14, but she was tied up there. Now it's Pequannock with it. Ruby Smith bringing this one in for the Panthers. Ruby Smith hands this one over to Emily Ziegler. Now Dominique Daigo's with it. Now Summer Cerisi with it. Over to Ruby Smith. Sophia Teresi now with it. Going to the side of the net, trying to get in front there. Sophia Teresi able to hold on to it still, but she's pressured away. Dominique Dagos gives it over to Caitlin Zegler, who has been on a roll, and she is tied up there, knocked in the process. She'll get a chance to shoot here. So Caitlin Zegler with it. Caitlin Zegler takes a shot. This one goes over the net. And now Millburn back with it. Turnover here. Giving back to Pequannock. Sophia Teresi with it. She was tied up there. And now Pequannock back with it. As she'll get set up here on attack. Cam Corvo over to Caitlin Zegler. Now Emily Zegler with it. Emily Zegler getting in front of the net. That one doesn't go. Pequannock recovers. It's Dominique Dagos with it. Giving it over to Sophia Teresi. Behind the net, Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith trying to get in front with a shot. She scores! And Pequannock strikes first. It's Ruby Smith getting in front there and getting a nice goal. Let's take a look at your replay here. Great goal by Ruby Smith there to get things going in this game. So Pequannock strikes first with 7 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Off the draw. It's Millburn who gets it here. Now Millburn looking to respond in this game as they go down 1-0. So Millburn looking to get set up here. At the corner, number 23, Ella Chang with it. Now given behind the net. Chance in front there. And this one doesn't get through. Ball loose right by the side of the net there. Pequannock fighting for it. They pick it up. And now Pequannock running back here. As they look to get on the attack once again. Sarah Robinson with it for Pequannock. Now Sophia Teresi or Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith looking to get in front. She'll pass this one along. Jocelyn Maselli over to Sarah Robinson. Now to Caitlin Zegler. And she scores! And Pequannock with a 2-0 lead. It's Caitlin Zegler. Let's take a look at your replay here. Great pass there. And great goal. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Pequannock doubles their lead to 2-0. Pequannock wins his draw here, looking to build on their 2-0 lead here. Cam Corvo keeps it in play, and she is taken down in the process. Down goes Cam Corvo, but she seems to be fine there. So Cam Corvo's ready to go now. Pequannock gets things back going on the attack here. Summer Cerisi to Ruby Smith, who's behind the net. Now Sophia Teresi. Sophia Teresi over to Caitlin Zegler. Now to Emily Zegler, back to Caitlin Zegler. Over to Sophia Teresi. Chance in front for Emily Zegler! And that one doesn't go, it's blocked. Pequannock trying to recover that loose ball there. And Millburn recovers it. And the ball was knocked out, but it's going to be Millburn's ball anyway. Casey Sis with it, who gave it over to Lombardi. So now Millburn heading back on the attack here. Looks like Pequannock. Oh, never mind. Millburn will continue with it with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Still looking for a goal here to get on the board here. Behind the net. This one's taken. Cam Cole putting on pressure. Over now at the side here. Good pressure by Cam Corvo on defense on Alexandra Chang, who has possession, who gives it over. Millburn looking to strike first. Looking for a chance in front of the net. Casey Sis is tied up there. She'll get a chance to get a shot or get set up here for the attack. Chang here with a shot. And they score. And now Millburn gets on the board. It's a 1-goal game at 2-1. Let's take a look at your replay. And our replay thing is not working right now. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. It's a 2-1 game. And it will be Millburn back with the ball here. Nearly turned over there. And it is, as it got loose, and Pequannock picks it up. So now Dominique Dygos with it, going around from behind the net. And now Caitlin Ziegler gives over to Summer Cerisi. Chance in front. They score! It's Emily Ziegler. And Pequannock makes it 3-1. We got a little restart in for our instant replay here to fix. So it's 3-1 Pequannock. Emily Ziegler with a goal. Pequannock wins his draw here. Dominic Dye goes with it. Gets it over to Sophia Teresi. Now Ruby Smith behind the net. Ruby Smith. Gives it over to Sophia Teresi. Sophia Teresi looking to get in front. Pressured away. Gives it over to Emily Ziegler. Emily Ziegler trying to get in by the goal, but she's blocked. But over to Cam Corbo, but she's tied up. Right in front of the net there. And now Cam Corvo with it. Can take a shot here. Cam Corvo with it. Cam Corvo with a shot. She scores! It's Cam Corvo and the Panthers take a 4-1 lead with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. And now hopefully our replay system is working this time. There we go. So Cam Corvo takes a nice shot right above the goaltender, Stalkotos, and buries it. Panthers lead by 3, 4-1. 50 seconds to go in the first. Off the draw, this one's knocked loose. Picking it up is Millburn, but then it's knocked away. Pequannock tries to recover there. Caitlin Ziegler gets taken out in the process there. Caitlin Ziegler will get it for Pequannock. It's Caitlin Ziegler with it as she brings this one in here. Emily Ziegler. And now getting in front of that was Sarah Robinson, and that one's knocked loose. Pequannock trying to recover it, and Millburn picked it up and was taken down. It will be Millburn who gets the ball back. It's now Millburn bringing this one inside of Pequannock's zone, but the horn's going to sound, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And Pequannock will lead by 3 at 4-1. So a great first quarter by the Golden Panthers. 4 players each getting a goal. Ruby Smith, then Emily's with one, Emily Ziegler with one, then Caitlin Ziegler with one, and then Cam Corbo with one. Second quarter will begin shortly here on TJK Network. So here we are entering the second quarter with Pequannock leading by 3 goals at 4-1. Their offense has been on a roll. And so look to continue to pour more goals in the second quarter. Here we go. And Cam Corvo gets it for Pequannock from that draw up high. Pequannock looking to get things going. Emily Ziegler takes a shot. She scores! Right off the draw, on the rush, the Panthers lead 5-1. Let's take a look at your instant replay there. Let's take a look at that goal again. Beautiful pass right there. It's Emily Ziegler in front of the net there. It's a 4-goal lead for Pequannock. Pequannock wins another draw here, bringing it back right in. It's Kaylin Ziegler. Kaylin Ziegler gets in front, and it makes its way in. It's another goal off the rush there for Pequannock. It's 6-1. Caitlin and Emily Ziegler now each with 2 goals in this game. And we're going to have a timeout called right before the draw. So let's take a look at that beautiful goal there. And there you go. So Pequannock with a 6-1 lead. Here we are coming out of the timeout. As Millburn gets a couple more seconds here. Pequannock with a 6-1 lead. Emily Ziegler and Kaylin Ziegler each getting a goal off the draw. Or I should say on the rush off the draw. Pequannock with the explosive start to the second quarter. Looking to pile on to their 5-goal lead. And Emily Ziegler able to pick this one up, loose off the draw. Pequannock looking to get on the rush again as Summer Cerisi gets it for Pequannock. Behind the net is Sophia Teresi. Or to Mia Cristofano, who gives it over to Sarah Robinson. Now to Emily Ziegler, who gave it to Caitlin Ziegler. Now Mia Cristofano back with it for Pequannock. Sophia Teresi now with it. Sophia Teresi gives it over to Sarah Robinson. Now over to Emily Ziegler. Emily Ziegler trying to rush in here. She is blocked off there. She'll pass this one over to Sarah Robinson. Now Sophia Teresi gives it over to Jocelyn Maselli on the side there. Maselli trying to get in front there. She's blocked away. Or she pushed. Looks like Millburn's going to get this one back here. 10:05 to go in the second here. Millburn with an underhand pass there. As Juliana Ferrero brings this one into Pequannock's zone here. Millburn looking to get themselves back in here, trailing by 5. And now Millburn getting themselves set up on the attack here. Currently with it, number 19, Isabel Rosner. She will pass this one away. And now, Millburn rushing in with a shot. And a save made by Jake Barry-Roby there. And now passed away to Celia Shenton. Gives over to Sarah Robinson, and she's taken down. Celia Shenton, who had it there. Gets that one knocked away. And now Millburn back with it here. Looking to get our chance on the attack here. So now Millburn looking to get another try here. Currently with it, Casey Sist. Getting in front of the net there, the shot. And it's off the corner and in. And it's 6-2. So Millburn gets one here to get themselves back in here and to cut the lead to 4. So beautiful off the corner there from Millburn. Off the draw, it's loose. And it's Cam Corvo picks it up for Pequannock. Pequannock rushing this one back in here. Cam Corvo over to Dominique Dagos. Now over to Emily Ziegler, who gives it over to Mia Cristofano. Behind the net, Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith. Now over to Sophia Teresi. Vitorisi in front. She scores! And the Panthers take a 7-2 lead. It's Sophia Teresi for Pequannock. Beautiful. At the side there, and a great move. Gets in front and buries it. 7:15 to go in the second quarter of this game. Pequannock on a roll here as they make it a 5-goal lead again. Off the draw, it's loose, picked up by Emily Ziegler. Jocelyn Maselli over to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith gives over to Sophia Teresi. Sophia Teresi over to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith looking to get in front. Sends it over to Jocelyn Maselli with a shot. That one's blocked and picked up by Sophia Stalkotos. Now Millburn with it. And question is, was she pushed out of bounds there? So Millburn will still have it as they bring this one in here. Shot! And that one goes over the net. That was from number 30, Claire Ballady. Now Pequannock back with it here. And with it is Millburn who gets it back. So Millburn, with 5:25 to go, looking to get themselves back in here with another goal. And chance in front there. And that one's in the net. It's 7-3, with Pequannock leading by 4. Millburn gets another. Goal scored with 5:18 to go. Off the draw, this one's loose. Picked up by Dominique Dygos. Dominique Dygos bringing this one in for Pequannock. And she goes around behind the net. Gives it over, or attempts to. Jocelyn Maselli, not able to pick it up. Still loose. And the ball was offside, the official says. It will still be Pequannock's ball. Jocelyn Maselli over to Caitlin Ziegler. Caitlin Ziegler over to Sarah Robinson. Sarah Robinson. Now over to Dominique Dygos. Back to Sarah Robinson. Now to Mia Cristofano. Now Caitlin Ziegler getting in front. She's not able to get the shot there. That one's blocked away. Millburn tries to pick it up there, and they do. And now Millburn back on the rush here. Millburn looking to get set up offensively here. They're trailing by 4. Assist with it for the Millers. Now over to number 21, Ryder. As she brings this one in front with a shot. That one goes off the ground and wide. So Millburn will get a chance to set up here, as I believe there was a form of contact involved here. So Millburn getting a shot. And that one goes wide. So Pequannock back with it here. It's Grace Vischer who tries to get it over. But there was a bunch of traffic. That ball is loose. She tried to get it over. I believe that was to Maria Iorio, but looks like Millburn. It's going to take this one back here. So Millburn back here on the attack. Looking for a chance in front there. And a shot. That one is blocked. And Pequannock picks this one up here. And it goes out of bounds. Millburn will have it back. 1 minute and 25 to go in the first half of this game. Pequannock up 7-3. Millburn looking to get another here. Try to shorten Pequannock's lead here. Millburn with a shot. They score. And it's 7-4. It's a 3-goal lead for Pequannock. That was Claire Bowdy with the goal. So with less than a minute to go, at 59 seconds, Millburn makes it a 3-goal game. Up high, off the draw, battle for it, a bunch of sticks. Pequannock gets it. Kaylin Zegler bringing it in. Over to Summer Cerisi. Summer Cerisi looking to get in. Summer Cerisi tries to get in front there. And her stick is knocked right there. She'll get a chance here to take a shot. Summer Cerisi taking a shot. Save made. And a rebound. And a goal. And Pequannock now leads 8-4, 34 seconds to go. Let's take a look at that replay there. So Summer Cerisi there taking the initial shot that was saved. And that rebound, I believe, was Emily Zegler there. And it's 8-4. Pequannock gets this one again off the draw. It's Cam Corvo with it. This one's knocked away here, but Pequannock recovers it. Pass a little too far for Mia Cristofano to pick up on, and Millburn picks it up. Now Millburn bringing this one in, and horn's going to sound as they take a shot there that went wide, and that's going to end our first half of the game. So Pequannock will enter halftime here, the halftime intermission, with a 4-goal lead at 8-4. Goals from Pequannock scored by 1 from Ruby Smith, 2 for Caitlin Zegler, I believe 3 for Emily Zegler. I believe she did get the rebound goal, so she does have a hat trick, as of my knowledge. I'm not 100% sure about that rebound goal, but I believe it was her. If it is, she has 3, and then Cam Corbo with 1, and then Sophia Teresi with 1. So that'll do it for the first half of this game. We will see you shortly as we'll be entering our halftime intermission break. We'll see you in around 6 minutes. Stay tuned for the second half of the game. Welcome back, everybody, to TJK Network as we get ready for the second half with the third quarter coming underway momentarily. Pequannock currently leads by 4 goals with a score of 8-4, with Ruby Smith getting a goal, Caitlin Ziegler 2, Emily Ziegler with possibly 3, and then Cam Corbel with 1, and Sophia Teresi with 1. So Pequannock will look to build and continue with their lead on holding it as we get into this third quarter of the game. And here we are off the draw here. Millburn's going to win this one. Millburn ringing this one here, looking to get on the attack and get themselves in it here. And now Millburn rushing in here with a shot. Save made by Jackberry Roby. Wow, what a good save. Stop in Isabel Rosner. Right in our tracks. And now Pequannock bringing this one in. As Pequannock looks to get things going here. Right back on the attack. Caitlin Ziegler, chance in front, and they score! And Pequannock makes it a 9-4 game. Let's take a look at your instant replay. I'm not sure who got that goal specifically. That one was knocked up in the air there. Let's see. I believe Cam Corbel may have gotten a piece of it there. So she could have 2 in this game, possibly. Not 100% certain. But it's 9-4 for Pequannock. So now Millburn wins this draw and will now enter on attack here. Millburn looking to get themselves back in it here with 10:30 to go in the third. Behind the net. Trying to get in front. Black trying to fend off their offense here. Millburn will get set up here. Millburn still trying to find an answer to the Pequannock goal. Millburn with a chance in front there. Save made by Jackberry Roby, just getting it right by her feet there. Long pass over. Now out to center there. Cam Corbel over to Emily Ziegler. Pequannock brings this one in here. Caitlin Ziegler with it now. Over to Sophia Teresi. Now Ruby Smith. Chance in front with a shot. And they score! It's Sarah Robinson, and it's 10-4. So Pequannock with a 6-goal lead with 9 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Off the draw there. Millburn picks it up. Millburn, he needs some goals here. Trying to get anything going here. At the corner there. Millburn's able to hold on there. Pressured by Grace Fisher, though. Millburn trying to get a chance in front here. And they'll get a chance here to take a shot. And a shot. And Millburn gets one back here. It's back. Or I should say cut back to a 5-goal game at 10-5. So Pequannock up by 5 goals with a score of 10-5. Millburn getting one back here. Loose ball off the draw there. It's Pequannock's ball. Pequannock will start from center here. Emily Zegler bringing this one in. Summer Cerisi. Or Ruby Smith. Now Sophia Teresi with it. Over to Caitlin Zegler. Picks that one up. Now Mia Cristofano. Over to Caitlin Zegler. She has it shoved loose there. Yeah, that's going to be a whistle. So Caitlin Zegler will set up here for Pequannock. Emily Zegler. Emily Zegler getting through, and she's stopped by the goaltender, Sofia Stakotos. Millburn with it inside their own zone, trying to get it out here. Millburn's still under pressure there. That ball is nearly knocked loose there. Long pass out to center here. A bunch of players in the way. It's turned back over and taken back by the Golden Panthers. It's Caitlin Zegler who gets the ball back. And a bunch of players battling for the ball there. It's Pequannock's. Summer Cerisi plays it over to Ruby Smith. Caitlin Zegler with it for Pequannock. Now over to Cam Corvo. Cam Corvo getting in, taking a shot, and that one's blocked in front. That one doesn't go. With 5:55 to go in the third quarter here. Pequannock will still have it here. Ruby Smith with it. Chance in front for Corvo. And she shoots this one over the net. Pequannock will still have it though. Sophia Teresi over to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith gets over to Cam Corvo. Now, Emily Zegler with it. Over to Kaylin Zegler. Kaylin Zegler rushing in. And she is stopped by Stalkotos. Now, Millburn bringing this one in. The Millers in need of some goals here. Millburn with a shot. And that one did go in the net, but there was a whistle before it went in. So that one's not going to count. Still 10-5 with 3:55 to go. But Millburn is going to set up here. So they could get one here. And that one just winds up past Jake Roby. It's a goal. It's 10-6. And we're going to have a timeout as well. So here we are. Both teams coming out of the timeout. I believe it was called by Pequannock. Millburn still keeping it in reach. There's still a quarter to go. It's a 4-goal game at 10-6. Here we go. High off the draw there. And Millburn picks it up here. As Millburn looks to get another here with a shot. Save made by Jacob Roby. It's up loose in the air, and Roby picks it up and plays it behind. And she picks it up again. Turned over in front there. Jacob Roby there picks it up. Pequannock plays this one out. The center here, and now Pequannock bringing this one in here. Pequannock going to get another here. Cerisi over to Ruby Smith. Now over to Sophia Teresi. Now Dominic Dagos. Over to Emily Ziegler to Caitlin Ziegler. Now Cam Corvo. Over to Summer Cerisi. Now Ruby Smith. In front there, Summer Cerisi trying to fight for it. Pequannock able to hold on to it still. Recovered by Caitlin Ziegler. And that one was knocked up loose there. Dominic Dagos now with it. Dominic Dagos over to Sophia Teresi again. Teresi over to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith to Summer Cerisi. Tries to get a shot there. It's blocked by a stick. It goes over the net. Clock still with it here. It's Ruby Smith with it. Ruby Smith, a shot! And she scores! And Pequannock now with a 11-6 lead. One minute and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Up high. It will be Pequannock's ball off the draw there. Emily Ziegler was tied up in the process. And she'll start with it. So a minute and 30 seconds to go. Pequannock back on the attack here. Looking to get themselves another in this game. Currently with it, Cam Corvo. Now, Dominic Dagos over to Emily Ziegler. Over to Sophia Teresi. Now Ruby Smith behind the net. Summer Cerisi at the side there. Over to Corvo. Now Ziegler. To Ziegler. Caitlin to Emily there. Now Emily Ziegler rushing in with a shot. And she scores! And Pequannock with a 6-goal lead at 12-6 with 53 seconds to go in the third. Off the draw, Pequannock trying to get that loose ball. They do. As a yellow card is given to number 21 on Samantha Ryder for Millburn. Dominic Dagos will have it for Pequannock. Looks like Emily Ziegler will start with it here. Gets over to Sophia Teresi. Now Ruby Smith to Summer Cerisi. Caitlin Ziegler. Now over to Sarah Robinson. Sophia Teresi back with it. 25 seconds to go in the third here. Caitlin Ziegler with it. Trying to act fast here with a shot. And it's in. With 9 seconds to go, it's 13-6. It's Caitlin Ziegler once again. Off the draw. Ball still loose. And it will be... Well, actually, I'm not sure whose it will be, but it was loose. But the horn sounded. That's going to end off our third quarter, and we'll now be entering our final fourth quarter with Pequannock leading 13-6. Here we are, entering the fourth quarter. With Pequannock leading 13-6. Loose off the draw there. And it's recovered by Dominique Dygos. Plays it over to Cam Corvo. Pequannock bringing this one in here. Currently with it, Sophia Teresi. Over to Ruby Smith. In front. And that one sent wide. Cam Corvo with a chance there to make it 14-6. Ruby Smith back with it for Pequannock. Now over to Kaylin Zegler. Back to Cam Corvo. Mia Cristofano tries to get over to Cam Corvo. It's knocked up in the air. Pequannock tries to fight for it back. Kaylin Zegler recovers it. Mia Cristofano back with it here. Now over to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith. Over to Dominique Dygos. Kaylin Zegler, and now Mia Cristofano back with it. Kaylin Zegler now with it again. Kaylin Zegler with a shot and a goal. Kaylin Zegler now makes it 14-6. Pequannock continuing with their high-powered offense here. Off the draw, it's loose, and it's recovered by Caitlin Zegler. Caitlin Zegler bringing this one in for Pequannock. Over to Sophia Teresi. Ruby Smith with it. Ruby Smith gets it over to Dominique Dygos. It will be, let's see. It's going to be Millburn's ball. That one's knocked loose there. Pequannock trying to fight for it back here. They do. Cam Corvo with it, and she's pushed out of bounds. Corvo brings it over to Dominique Dygos. Dygos plays this one away, and now Sophia Teresi gives it over to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith with it here. Dominique Dygos with it. Nice underhand pass over to Mia Cristofano. Now Cam Corvo with it. That one's knocked loose. So Cam Corvo will get a shot here. And down goes Cam Corvo. All right then. And that one is picked up by Millburn. And Millburn now on the attack. And Millburn gets one. And it's 14-7. That was a interesting sequence there. Cam Corvo had a chance to take a shot there, and Down she went. And of course, that gave Millburn a chance to get it and get one back here. 7-goal lead, though, for Pequannock still with 8:26 to go. Off the draw there. Someone got hit there on accident, but Millburn's going to have it here. So Millburn with it here. Looking to get another one here to get back in the game a bit more. Millburn still on the attack here, looking for an open shooting lane. And there was some contact involved, so they'll get a chance to set up here on the attack. And Millburn shoots this one high above the net. So Pequannock back with it now. Maria Iorio plays it over to Sarah Robinson. Now Grace Fisher with it. As Grace Fisher brings it in. Grace Fisher still with it. Who hands this one over here. With a shot in front and a goal. With 6:56 to go, Pequannock makes it 15-7. Let's see who got that one. So Grace Fisher bringing that one in. Off a pass there. I believe that was Sophia Teresi there with the goal. So 6:56 to go in this game. Pequannock up 15-7. Up high off the draw. Tied up there. Pequannock able to pick up that loose ball. Dominic Dye goes with it. Dominic Dye goes bringing this one in. Over to Grace Fisher there. Grace Fisher plays it over to Kaylin Zegler, who gives it over to Mia Cristofano. And now with it is Sophia Teresi. Ruby Smith back with it. Now Dominic Dye goes. Over to Grace Fisher. Now Mia Cristofano. Sophia Teresi to Ruby Smith. Dominic Dye goes with it. Dominic Dye goes trying to rush in here with a shot. I believe that one did go into net, but whistle happens. That goal is not going to count. Pequannock will set up on the attack here with 5:43 to go. Dominic Dye takes a shot, and she scores! Pequannock with a 16-7 lead. And now Dominic Dygos gets one in the game. 5:37 to go in this game. Off the draw. Panthers win it. Dominic Dygos plays this one in here. Over to Summer Cerisi. Gives it over to Ruby Smith there. Dominic Dygos back with it here. Grace Fisher. Over to Mia Cristofano there. Ruby Smith back with it. Summer Cerisi now with it. Grace Fisher. Or Dominic Dygos. Ruby Smith back with it. Summer Cerisi. Grace Fisher with it. And that one's knocked away there. She recovers though for Pequannock. Chance in front for Ruby Smith. And she gets it. Pequannock with a 10-goal lead at 17-7. .4:10 to go in this game. High in the air off the draw. This one rolls over. Millburn trying to get it here. It's loose. Millburn with it. Millburn on the attack with a shot. And it's in. And it's 17-8 now. .317 to go in the fourth. This one's high off the draw here. Millburn with it here, looking to try to get another here in this game. Currently with it, number 14 for Millburn. Or excuse me, now. Number 24, Ava Guzman. With it. It's knocked loose there. Here we go with a shot. And it's in the net. And Millburn gets their 9th goal of the game. 17-9. Pequannock still leading with 2:31 to go. Off the draw, it's loose. Pequannock trying to fight for it. And it's recovered by Pequannock. And now Pequannock bringing this one in. Dominic Dye goes with it. Going behind the net. Chance in front. And they score. It's Summer Cerisi. And it's 18-9. It's 2:05 to go. 18-9 Pequannock. Dominic Dygos wins the draw here. 2 minutes to go in this game. Dominic Dygos gets the pass over to Cam Corvo. Cam Corvo gets it over to Mia Cristofano. Sophia Teresi with it. Now Jocelyn Maselli over to Summer Cerisi. Dominic Dygos with it. Back to Cam Corvo. Now Mia Cristofano with it. Mia Cristofano gets it knocked away from her stick there. And it's going to be Millburn with it with 1:20 to go. And now Millburn, one-on-one. They score. And it's an 8-goal game. 18-10. Claire Ballady getting the goal. Reaching our final minute here in this game. Millburn with it. 45 seconds to go on the clock. Millburn on. It looks to be hopefully one last attack rush as this game wraps up to the final seconds. They do get one here. It's 18-11. Off the draw with 28 seconds to go. This one rolls. Millburn gets it. And nearly turned over there. And another try it is. Grace Fisher gets it for Pequannock. Attempted pass over. And nope. It is picked up. I thought Millburn got it there for a second, but Pequannock keeps it in bounds. That was Ava Cristofano with the pickup there. Shot by Corvo. And a goal right on the buzzer. Will it count? It will. And that's going to do it. A buzzer beater there by Cam Corvo. to end things off. And your final score, it's 19-11. Pequannock picking up the victory over the Millburn Millers. So Pequannock will advance to an overall record of 4-1. They are off to a great start to the season, 5 games in. And Millburn will drop down to an even 3-3 record. So that's going to do it here on TJK Network. This is game 1 of our 5-header we have today. Up next will be softball at 2 o'clock, followed by baseball at 4 o'clock, and the boys lacrosse team on the other stations playing against their rival, Kinnelon. So we have a lot still today, but this is it for girls lacrosse. Once again, Pequannock with the 19-11 victory. This is Tyler Kaczuzak reporting this game to you live here at PTHS Memorial Field. We will see you for the next game. Peace out, everybody.